Here is why your self-care practices are not working for you. And I'm going to give you today 5 reasons why they're not working for you, why they're not making you feel relaxed or fulfilled, and what can you do instead. So stay with me and I'm going to share 5 reasons. My name is Ana Bautista, and I'm a mindset and energy coach that works with high achievers, go-getters, leaders, helping them find deep fulfillment and what they makes them actually fulfilled and nourished, and to stop searching those things and the external things and the surface level stuff and find the fulfillment deeply within themselves, because I truly believe that is possible, and which is one of the reasons perhaps why in some of the occasions you might not have felt fulfilled and nourished when you've done certain things. Number one is you're probably not doing enough of what is making you feel fulfilled, you, rather than everyone else, and you're focusing and copying someone else's self-care examples, someone else's strategies, things that work for others, but actually not tuning in what is making you fulfilled. And it might be, I'll give you a couple of examples. If others are doing, for an example, running as their form of self-care, taking care of their bodies, and you're just copying because you think that's going to help you without actually tuning in to see whether that this really works for you, then there will be some sort of a disconnect there. If you are, for an example, going for spa and you don't like spa, but spa is what everyone else is doing, and now you're copying others and thinking, oh goodness, this is going to help me. Well, if it's not what you actually enjoy doing, then it's not going to be fulfilling, and it's not going to be working for you. What can you do instead? Well, tune in within yourself, and when you're feeling whatever you're feeling, and you ask yourself, okay, what kind of self-care do I need right now? What is it that my body needs? What is it that my soul needs? What is that my mental health needs? Then tune in and think about what are those things, and usually your soul will know, your subconscious will know, and it will instantly give you an answer. So look to, listen to that voice, and if there's any logic that comes afterwards, please, 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 please focus on the first answer. If it cannot happen in its entirety, how you want it, for an example, go away for a week, but you're a mom who has million and one responsibilities, perhaps you can go away for one night, book a day in a hotel where you're going to actually get some time for yourself alone, and the space where you will be able to, have some peace and quiet. The second one is that you're probably doing it not too frequently, or leaving a too big of a gap in between your self-care options. So what I would suggest is that you shorten up that gap. Instead of doing something for yourself every 2 months or 3 months or every month, shorten that space, because if you're booking a holiday as a form of self-care once every 6 months, that is probably not going to be enough. If you have a lot on your plate, if you have a lot to do in between those self-care appointments or self-care tasks that you do, one holiday in 6 months is probably not going to feel very relaxing, and you'll go back to doing your everyday stuff, and then what? Number 3 is that you're probably not immersing yourself fully into the experience, and getting distracted. And as someone with neurodivergence, as someone with ADHD, I really know well how that feels, because my mind runs constantly. There's constantly something rummaging on my mind. So I have to be really, really careful about that one. So if I book a massage, I have to keep reminding myself to come back to the moment. If I'm spending time in nature, I have to really focus. I have to bring myself back in and start engaging my senses instead of my mind. So my nose, my the smells, what I see, I focus what I see, what I smell, what I can hear, and really getting back into the moment. And this is the exactly what I would recommend. Keep coming back to the moment. If this is not something that you are used to doing and it's going to be out of your comfort zone, instead of completely disregarding it, it will take time for you to get into it. So without judgment and without feeling guilty or being harsh on yourself and thinking, oh goodness, I have ruined this self-care, just observe when that happens. Observe when your attention goes somewhere else, and then remind yourself, okay, I'm coming back to here. You can take a journal, be intentional. You can take a journal with yourself and pen and paper, write things out. You can be intentional about leaving any devices away so that there's no distractions, turning off notifications. So for that period when you are there, you do not have any external, or at least you minimize the external distractions that might take your attention away. 4 is you're probably not going deep enough with your self-care practices, and or you're just keeping it to the surface level. And there's no judgment here. I completely understand. I know that this is not something that everyone can do and you can't always do at the same time. But any surface level self-care is not going to be enough to bring you those feelings of fulfillment, of enjoyment and expansion, connection, or the spark. It's not going to be as fulfilling because it's going to be only dealing with the surface level stuff. And when you combine it with the other things like taking time, long time in between those practices, it's just not going to be something that sticks. So to go deeper, I always highly recommend either working with a coach, journaling, self-reflection, self-reflective prompts, or working with a therapist as well. It depends on what there is within that needs to be addressed. I always recommend addressing whatever it is within that is creating the disconnect, that is creating the friction, or those the feelings of dissatisfaction, and then attending to the root cause. And the 5th reason why the self-care is not working is because probably your nervous system is overwhelmed. There is just too much stuff going on, and any self-care that you might do, if your nervous system is not regulated, it will not even touch it. So what to do instead is find the practices that help you regulate your nervous system, that help you bring back, and a huge contribution to that will have the coaching or therapy, because you will be working on the root cause, the beliefs. If you're in therapy with a trauma, because trauma is going to be this, it is in the body, it dysregulates your nervous system. For a neurodivergent person like myself, I like to make sure that I have headphones, noise canceling headphones, if there's so much more sensory input, because I feel that this is makes a big impact on me and how I react, how I behave, how I address things, and how I handle things in business and in life. And one of the examples would be the noise canceling headset. When I was processing some inner child stuff and there was a lot of deeper inner healing that was going on, I was also doing cocooning. So I would wrap myself with the blankets, with pillows, kind of created a fort and cut out as much sensory input, visual and auditory and touch as well, and smells, to help myself come back to the calm and peace and relaxation. So that's one of the ways how I've done it. Also through journaling, through exploring the emotions, what is underneath those emotions and why is it coming up, and to deal with the trauma that was, coming up to the surface to be resolved. And those are the things, those are the 5 reasons why I feel like self-care does not always work, because, and I feel that these things, they play in conjunction with each other. There are layers to self-care. Some will be more surface level stuff, but it is important to combine it with a deeper things, so that you can bring that inner peace, and the fulfillment and nourishment, as I like to call it, the deep nourishment, soul and heart and mental and spiritual nourishment to yourself, on a deeper level, rather than just surface level, as well as short-term versus long-term, because combining this deeper work, we bring that self-care. It's a form of self-care on a long-term basis, rather than just keeping things for just right now. So those are the 5 things that I wanted to share with you. If you resonated with this, if you found value, please do subscribe to my channel and explore my videos. I intend to post a couple of videos moving forward, and there will be more content coming from me. Intention is to put it every 2 weeks. And if you have any questions, I'm going to leave the details below where you can get in touch with me. There are ways how you can explore working with me or get some of my resources. So please do subscribe to my channel, like and follow, and turn that buzzer on so that you get a notification when I upload something. Bye.